Deep thoughts.
Today's Deep Thoughts is on hobby scores. So disclaimer, these are my own thoughts, not the thoughts of anybody else at CanHammer or anybody else anywhere. In fact, just my thoughts. So hobby scores, that's a pretty controversial topic. The hobby side of it is, everybody would agree, is a big part of the hobby. In fact, for most people, it is a larger part of the hobby than actually playing. I mean, I'm a perfect example of that. I'll get a game or two a month. Every couple of months, maybe I'll go to a tournament and get a few games in. But the rest of the time, I'm building and painting. Or thinking of lists. I count that as hobby. Watching YouTube videos, that's hobby. Reading Horus Heresy books or other novels, that's all hobby. So the hobby side is way bigger than the game side. So why... So some people have issues with hobby scores being part of one's overall performance on a competitive level. Some people argue that if you go to a tournament, the only thing that should count is your performance, not whether your models are painted or based or even look like what they're supposed to be. Whereas others argue that to be the best overall in the hobby, even in a competitive setting, you should be a good player, a good hobbyist, a good painter, and generally be into the hobby as a whole. And so there's people on both sides of that argument. And then so you have, in tournament settings, people, certain comps and things and different styles of tournament comps that emphasize battle over hobby or vice versa, or try and equal both of them out. And the solution to that, I don't know. I think if you're running a tournament, you just decide what you value most. And if people want to come to that tournament, great. And if they don't, too bad. I think you're never going to satisfy everybody, and you just do what you want to do as a TO. And if you're a player, you go to the tournaments you want to go to, and that's it. So if a tournament values paint scores, and you won't win best overall without good painting, and you don't want to paint, then don't go to that tournament. So that's the first thing about hobby scores. Should it be important? I think so. As I said, you spend most of your time hobbying, and so why should it not count somewhere? Should it count on the ultra competitive level? I'm not sure, but it should count somewhere. So speaking of hobby, I've got my my ultimate hobbyist here, Reggie. So yeah, so that's the aspect of hobby scores that I want to talk about. If you have any thoughts on hobby scores, place them below. The point of Deep Thoughts is to start discussions, so let's go on and do that. Otherwise, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.